I'm Jen.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Jen and Joe on the go.
So, Jen, we have something a little different this time.
Okay.
What are we talking about this time?
I wanted to talk to you all about something that's very important. Getting your shingles vaccine.
Wait. Something about the roof?
No, about shingles, like adult chicken pox.
The dreaded S word, the dreaded shingles.
So, I wanted to talk to you guys about my journey with shingles because I got sick with shingles right before we went to Disney World. So, I woke up on Friday, May 6th with a little tenderness in my hip. Wouldn't even say it was pain, but my hip hurt like I slept funny on it. So I went into the bathroom to start getting ready, and I was getting into the shower, and I'm like, oh, what is on my lower back.
On the side.
On the side by my hip.
Yeah.
I had two little quarter-sized, blotchy marks. Like, what is that? I'm getting a rash? Are you kidding me? So then that Tuesday, so I didn't have any pain, didn't have any itchiness, didn't run a temperature, didn't have the chills.
So we thought just a rash, whatever.
Just a stress rash from everything we had going on with the house and the basement renovation, and Riley was due to come any day. Going on vacation, all the stress that comes with packing and tying up all loose ends with home. But something then on Tuesday the 10th made me say, I should probably make a doctor appointment just to check things out. So I went to the doctor, and a lot of you might have seen I posted that on Instagram. But the doctor was she didn't even think it was shingles because it was such a small area, and usually
you didn't have the other symptoms that go along with it.
And shingles affects one side of your body and usually get a rash, and it's in a pretty large portion of one area.
Yeah.
Like if you get it on your arm, it's most likely going to be on a large portion of your arm. If you get it on your face, it's going to start at your forehead and go down the side of your face.
And if it's on your face, that's where it's really serious. You definitely need to see a doctor for sure.
It could be on the left side of your abdomen or the right side of your abdomen, but it's on one
back.
side, on your back. But I just had two little quarter-sized marks. So the doctor thought it was a stress rash as well, but she prescribed me an antiviral medication to take 3 times a day for a week that would treat either a stress rash or the shingles. So she swabbed it for both.
Anything related to herpes.
Right.
So the virus that is the herpes simplex virus. There's that, but then also, which is the herpes you get that's non-sexual.
Yeah.
Right. So there's that virus, but also then whatever the shingles virus would be.
So she swabbed it for both, but was pretty positive that it was a stress rash because I wasn't experiencing any of the symptoms. Because a lot of people, when you get shingles, you get a stabbing pain, a constant just needles pricking pain where your rash is. So she said I would have the results in 3 days. Wednesday, we were just about to board the plane, and the doctor's office called and said I had shingles.
So then you asked right away, well, what do I do? Can I still travel? Am I contagious?
You are not contagious with shingles unless someone physically touches your rash when it has blistered.
Right.
You have to keep it covered. You can't bandage it because it needs to breathe, but you need to for me it was on my back. So I just had to keep my shirt, covered. I couldn't wear any crop tops or anything. And I wasn't allowed to swim.
Right. So you just loose clothing just to keep it covered so that way it's not exposed. But yeah, you want to keep it open so that it will at least be able to breathe and heal.
I never even, once the blisters formed, then they scab over. So it starts as just a blotchy rash. Then it starts to blister, and that's when you're contagious from the point where you find it until the point before it scabs over. Once it scabs, you're fine.
Yeah.
If Joe were to touch it, he wouldn't have gotten it. But while it's blistering, it's highly contagious. So because of that, I couldn't swim. I had to keep my rash covered, which really sucked going to Florida because anytime Joe was in the pool, I had to sit in the hot shade, which really wasn't fun for me, but it was better to go on vacation and not swim. I could put my feet in the water at times.
But you did that twice.
I did that twice in 14 days. Yeah. So I was on the antiviral medication. It was 3 times a day for 7 days. And I had, Joe had this, like a cream just to keep it moist so that the blisters, it wouldn't hurt or itch.
Yeah, it's a topical agent. It's called Emuaid, E-M-U-A-I-D, which I've used before. It's just...
and I would apply it with gloves and take the gloves off and wash my hands. I used a different towel every day because we were at Joe's mom and dad, so I would do a load of laundry because I changed my pajamas every night and my towel just so, like, you know, I didn't want any, and I had my own hand towel after I washed my hands because I didn't want anyone to touch like a towel that I had touched.
Yeah.
You can't get it that way, but I just wanted to take that extra measure of safety for myself. I would have felt horrible had Joe or his parents gotten it. No one got it, and I was around Ashley and Allie and Joe's parents and Joe's sister and Joe's aunt and uncle. And I had a very, 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 very mild case. But I will say the medication, it started with a V. I wish I could remember the name of it. There's 3 medications that they'll put you on, 1 of 3, if you do have shingles. Mine started with the V. It did make me extremely nauseous and dizzy, and it affected my diet. I was unable to eat.
Yeah, you didn't really have a good appetite at all.
No, I lost my appetite.
A week. You were on it for a week or 5 days?
Was on it for 7 days.
7 days, yeah, a whole week, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean,
it also made me extremely tired.
Yeah.
And my doctor said, you know, you can travel. You're not contagious again unless someone physically touches your blisters.
Right. It's not respiratory.
No.
It's not sexually transmitted.
No.
It is an actual physical contact type spread. So you've got contact, respiratory, sexual, right? So respiratory is the one that you really need to be careful with. That's COVID.
Like COVID.
Right. But the contact one is something like MRSA or something like this.
So my doctor, she said the only thing you can do is rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I lost my appetite. A lot of meals Joe and I canceled while we were at Disney because we went to St. Pete and we went to Disney. Canceled too many reservations to account for because I just didn't have the appetite. I still don't have my appetite 100%, and I'm almost 4 weeks into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
just about.
my blisters scabbed over. I literally have 2, there may be a dime size now, dime to a nickel size. It's a flat rash now. It's almost gone. It's not contagious at all. Joe could even touch it now and he wouldn't get shingles.
I ain't touching nothing.
But I wanted to let you know that it's very important when you're 49, 50 to get vaccinated. Joe and I kept saying, oh, we need to get our shingles vaccine. We need to get our shingles vaccine. We kept putting it off and putting it off.
That said, I've been overdosing on freaking COVID vaccines and flu shots, right, the last couple of years. True. So I kind of blown off shingles, but I'm definitely making an appointment. We came back from Florida and we're both a little under the weather
and
a little bit.
And now I cannot get vaccinated for shingles until my rash is 100% gone, which could take 5 to 6 weeks.
Yes.
I'm almost at the 4-week point. It'll be 4 weeks on Friday.
Mm-hmm. So 5 to 6 weeks for the rash, and then after that you need to wait a month after the rash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a month after the rash before you can do a shingles vaccine. It used to be longer than that, the doctor said. It used to be a year. But now you can actually get the shingles vaccine a month after your rash disappears.
And so because I had shingles, I think that's why I ended up getting sick in Disney because my immune system was compromised. Yep. So I was more susceptible to catching, the common cold. Thank goodness it was not COVID because as you can tell, I'm still snarky and not feeling 100%. But that was my shingles journey and I wanted to share it with you because I know it can be scary and I'm grateful that I did not have a severe case because I would have had to have canceled our vacation.
Yeah, definitely. And so the timing, what it was, you'd be grateful that it wasn't
It
bad.
was good because in St. Pete for those 5 days, it forced me to just lay around and do nothing. Like Joe's sister at one point was like, let's go downtown and get ice cream. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
I can't do it. I can't physically just get up and go get ice cream. I'm too tired.
I just didn't even want to. It was just so nice to be able to sit and do nothing.
And even in Disney, we really took it easy this trip. We canceled a couple park pass reservations. We just didn't show up. Yeah. Or we walked in to get a treat and walked out.
Yeah.
Joe spent a lot of time in the pool. I could not go in the pool, so I laid in the shade on a chair and fiddle-faddled on my phone, as Molly from All Ears would say. Not getting Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes, just playing on my phone.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's all right. So
anyway, I am feeling much better. I still have a tiny bit of the rash.
You're still snarky from the cold.
I'm still snarky from the cold, but if there's one word of advice I can give to you, if you are 50 or older, get your shingles vaccine.
Yeah, it's another one of those.
You don't want to get it, trust me.
I mean, thank goodness it was mild for you. I ended up getting chickenpox as an adult.
So most people get
it. Most people get it as kids.
I had it when I was 5.
I was 26. Let me just tell you, chickenpox as an adult sucks. It was the worst illness that I've ever been through. And I've broken my collarbone, I've broken a finger, I've dislocated my elbow, things like that over the years. But I had my tonsils out. That was the only time I was ever hospitalized, when I had my tonsils and throat surgery done. But other than that, I've been relatively okay. Chickenpox, the worst thing I've ever been through. And I've been in healthcare now for 35, almost 36 years. 37? Wait, what year is this? I've been in it, it's longer than I can count. 35, 36 years. Anyway, so I've seen illness. I've seen people sick. I understand what it is. It's not like I'm living in a bubble. But for me personally, chickenpox as an adult was the worst I've been through. So shingles, from what I've heard, can be really bad. So yeah, I'm making my appointment. I'm going to get my vaccine. I just have to wait until I get through my little cold thing as well. So I'll do it within the next week or two.
Anyway, I was okay to travel.
Yes.
I was extremely cautious. I went over the measures that my doctor said I needed to take. And I wasn't even sure that I was going to share this with all of you. But if I can spare one of you from getting the shingles, then this video was totally 100% worth it.
The old shingles. Shingle-lingle-dingle. Dingle-dingle-ling-ling-ling. Shingle-ling-a-ling? Shingle-dingle-ling? I don't know. Whatever. I need more whiskey.
So anyway, get your shingles vaccine. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe on the go action, because you just don't know what you're going to get from us these days. Basement videos of Riley, videos of Joe and I being sick, Disney videos. You don't know, so you got to keep tuning in.
So much going on all the time. Always.
That's why we need another vacation. I kind of feel like I need a Disney redo.
No, we need just a vacation somewhere else now.
We do.
Yeah.
I think I'll get my redo in September when we go back, but that's going to be it.
Yeah, we got to figure out some other things that we could do too.
I want to go to the Keys.
So do I. I really do.
Yeah.
Like I really, really, really do.
And I really want to go to Savannah.
Yes. We've been talking about Savannah for 15 years.
Yeah.
So there are other places besides friggin' Disney World. Keep saying
we'll be going to Cincinnati, so stay tuned for those videos too.
That'll be coming up soon. So.
All right.
We'll talk to you guys next time. As always, thanks for watching, and listen to her. Do what you can to keep safe, stay safe, all that good stuff. So, all right, talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.